Now let's solve a few questions. The first one states the following. Without using technology, sketch the following graphs for 4 pi, between 4 pi and 0. Okay. We know that this is how the graph of sine x looks like. Let this be pi, 2 pi, 1, minus 1. This is how it looks like. My bad, 1 second. Doesn't look like that. It looks something like this. It's not perfect, but it's fine. This is how the graph of sine x looks like. And now we have 2 sine x. So we know that this is the amplitude. Hence, this would be 2 minus 2. And now they want between 0 and 4 pi. So therefore, we have to extend this. This would be 3 pi, 4 pi. And the cycle would repeat. This is how it looks like. This is y equals to 2 sine x. Now let's solve the second one on the same axis. This would be 1 minus 1. Okay, the amplitude for the second question would remain the same, which is 1, like the usual of sine x would be 1 sine 2x, but the period would be 180 degrees or pi degrees. That's because x is multiplied by a factor of 2. Okay, so this is how it would look like. Is y equals to sine 2x. Now we'll do sine x minus 1. So first let's draw sine x. Sine x will look, not this color. Let's draw in green. So let's draw sine x. This is the graph of sine x. And sine x minus 1 would, it would translate downwards. So this is how it would look like. So this is the graph of y equals to sine x minus 1. So we're done with this question. Let's move on to the next one. So we have to find the values of a, b, and c. Given that the function y equals to ax plus b plus c, it's given that, and then a is greater than 0, b is greater than 0, and it has an amplitude of 3. We know that a is dependent on the amplitude. So a would be 3 because it's stated here. B would be 1 because 2 pi by 1 is 2 pi. And principal axis of y equals to 0, so c is 0. That's for part A. Let's look at part B. Amplitude 2, so a equals to 2. B would be 2 pi. So we know that 2 pi by b is the period. So therefore b would be 5. And c would be 6. Now let's look at the last one. A is 5, b is 3, and c is minus 2. Let's look at the answer. Two, 5, 6, 5, 3, minus 2. So we got the answer. Moving on, let's solve the last question. We have to draw the graph of the following. Let's start with y equals to 3 sine 2x minus 1. Okay, first let's draw the graph of y equals to sine x. This is the graph. Wait. This is y equals to sine x. Now the amplitude is 3, the period is pi, and it's translated by minus 1. So first let's draw this part. So it will go something like this. This is because this is 3, this would be minus 3, and the period is pi. So this would be 2 pi, this would be pi, and this would be 0. Now we just have to translate this 1 unit down. It looks something like this. It's not perfect, but I hope you get the idea. So this is the final answer. Let me use a different color for that. Sorry. This is not how it's supposed to look like, but I hope you get the idea. This graph is terrible, so I will show you what it's supposed to look like. Okay. So this is how it's supposed to look like. This. As you can see, the amplitude is 3 because this is minus 4, 2, and half of that would be 3. And it's translated 1 unit down, and you can see that it finishes 2 complete cycles in 2 pi radians. So this is how it's supposed to look like, not this. This is a really bad drawing. So I'm not going to draw them now, I'm just going to explain, and then I'm going to graph it using Desmos because as you can see, it's not a really good graph. You can't really understand this. So I'll just explain it. The amplitude would be 3, no 5. And then there'll be 4 cycles and it will be moved 3 units up. So let's graph this. 5 sine 2x plus 3. This is how it's supposed to look like. The principal axis is over here at y equals to 3. The amplitude would be 8 minus 3, which is 5, and completes 4 cycles. Not 4, sorry, 2. So 1 cycle, 2 cycle. So I hope you understand. Now let's graph this one. The period would be 2 pi by 3. This is how it's supposed to look like. The principal axis would be y equals to minus 2, and it would finish 3 complete cycles.